said I'm tired and I wanna go to bed. You see, I had a little drink about an hour ago, and it's gone right to my head.
A spate of incidents in the media has put drunken behavior in the spotlight recently. The question raised, are more young people binge drinking? RazorTV hits the streets to find out if youths know the dangers of drinking too much and how they keep their booze in check.
We know how to control ourselves, we know the limits, so once we can't drink, we stop. That's it. Yeah.
If they're very drunk, then maybe they should go home, you know. My limit is if I'm really like sleepy already, I'm going home.
It's up to a guy actually how much he drinks, and he should have the limitations. See, myself, I have my own limits.
What are your limits? Where do you stop?
Once I get tipsy.
A trip to the doctors tells us that the magic number is 2. 2 drinks a day keeps the doctor away.
The alcohol tolerance varies from person to person because we break down alcohol in our body and neutralize at different rate because each of us are genetically different. So the enzymes to do that is different in different people. But I think a reasonable gauge of moderate drinking would be 2 units of alcohol a day for men and 1 unit for women. What is 1 unit? The definition of 1 unit is 1 glass of wine, or 1 can of beer, or 1 shot of hard liquor. They are about equivalent in terms of alcohol content. So that's 1 unit. So men no more than 2, women no more than 1. It's not a sexist thing. It's because of science, because of body size and the muscle to water content in the body is different between men and women. So women cannot handle as much alcohol as men. So that's why there's a difference. Regardless of your tolerance level, even if you have high tolerance level, you don't flush, you don't feel the effect. But it doesn't mean that in the long term there's no ill health effect. So still keep to that sort of recommendation, even if you think that you can hold down your liquor very well.
And it's not just how many bottles you knock back. Watch out for the percentage of alcohol in your drink.
Hard liquor might be a bit of a problem because of concentration of alcohol. While mouth and throat ulcers are increased with the use of alcohol, it's particularly associated with hard liquor. So we believe that perhaps the concentration of alcohol has something to do with it.
So, 2 drinks a day sounds like a good guideline for moderate drinking. But there are some who should try to stay away from the bottle altogether.
All's not lost and it's not all bad. Moderate drinking can do you some good as well.
Moderate drinking actually, on average, reduces the risk of dying and actually may potentially improve longevity because there are certain health benefits from moderate drinking of wine. The risk to the heart attack risk is reduced, and diabetes risk is also potentially reduced. And in fact, there are some studies to suggest that some forms of stroke, dementia, that means becoming senile, might also be affected positively. You can look at the risk of dying versus drinking. It is not a straight line up like this. The more you drink, the higher your risk of dying. It's a J curve, right? So people who do not drink, the risk of dying at any point of time is here. Moderate drinkers actually have a slightly lower risk of dying at any point of time. And then excessive drinking, the risk of dying comes back up, and then carry on shooting up depending on how excessive the person is. So the survival curve is like this, which is quite interesting.
What are some of the steps you can take to prevent getting too drunk? Here are 10 tips from Get Your Sexy Back, a youth-led program to encourage responsible drinking.
Get Your Sexy Back Tip 1. Set a limit on how many drinks you will have without binging and stick to it. Tip 2. Drink slowly. Sip your drinks rather than gulp them down. Tip 3. Know your drinks. Be extra cautious with unfamiliar drinks. Tip 4. Use the buddy system. Get a friend to pay you constant reminders throughout the night. Tip 5. Respect each other's right to drink or not drink, and never force drinks on your friends. Tip 6. Have plenty of water to keep yourself hydrated. Tip 7. Do not make drinking the main focus of any activity. Tip 8. If your friends are binging, try starting a conversation or propose another activity. Tip 9. Remember what and how much you are drinking. Tip 10. Never drink and drive!